our next comic coming up to the stage. Super funny. You guys are gonna love him. Give it up for Gabe Linewan.
Yeah!
Woo!
Thanks everyone for coming.
Yeah!
Yeah! Did anyone here make a New Year's resolution this year? Alright, one person. I did. Mine was to stop hating people so much. Like, I hate individuals. Like I'm not intentionally racist. I'm not, like, I don't hate gays. I don't have groups of people, but like, if someone doesn't take credit, like I call myself humble-phobic. And my friend John helped me move, and I was like, John, if there's anything I could do, buy you a drink, buy you something. He was like, no, there's nothing. And I was just like, fuck you! You shouldn't be allowed to get married. The Bible says Adam and Eve, not Adam doesn't take credit for his good deeds. But the Bible is weird. I grew up very religious, and there are weird commandments in the Bible about sex and stuff. One is if a couple is married and the husband dies, but they don't have any kids, then the wife is commanded to marry the husband's brother, which is the weirdest commandment in the world. It's in the Old Testament. It's like, yeah, God might hate gay people, but he also wants brothers to be running trains on girls. So he doesn't really get an opinion on that. You don't have to all follow his odd sexual proclivities. Yeah. I actually, about sex, I was reading last week, because I'm smart. And I learned a new word, which was miasma. That means like an entirely bad environment, like a negative environment, stuff like that. And the second I learned it, sir, I made up a new word. So I learned two words, one shot. I made up a new word, and it was orgasmiasma. And that means the second you come, you start regretting all of your life decisions. Yeah. It's happened to all of us. No, I see it in your eyes. Dreams are weird. I think about dreams a lot because they're weird. The other night, I dreamt that I was fighting a bear, and then I was racing against Mario in Mario Kart, and then I was in a science lecture in high school about, like, neutrons and protons. And then I woke up with an erection. I guess I love science. One of the things I found out about myself. I was talking to a girl last week, and she called me a misogynist. And I was so mad. Because I was like, number one, the word is masseuse. Which brings me back to my point. All women are stupid. But we're all not that different. I think we separate ourselves, but we're not that different. Like guys in the UFC or guys who wear Ed Hardy shirts and nerds, they're not different. They both love dragons. Like, racism is weird because we establish these differences, but it's not true. Like, do you think if two African or Asian countries go to war, that racists have like a rooting interest? Do they root for one over the other? Like, is it like a sports team that you're rooting for? Like, do you have an order? Or is it more like NASCAR? Are you just rooting for destruction? I'm pretty sure racism and NASCAR have a common bond. I'm not positive what it is. I forgot to say this when I was talking about girls. A girl shuddered. I was checking out a girl. I was checking out a girl on the street this summer, and she caught me checking her out, which was embarrassing. But I'm a man. I can live through that. But then she looked at me and she shuddered. She was like, she saw me check her out and she was like, ugh. Which I get it, you know, whatever. But I was mad, so I turned around and I made fun of her wheelchair. So we're even. I think, like, now back onto the topic that we're not different. We'll just jump around. Like, take Sudanese men and American women. I don't think they're that different at all. I think they both prefer their partner circumcised. You deserve more than that. That's a smart joke. Yeah. Genital mutilation. Hilarious. When I was a kid, I really loved black culture. I wanted to be black. I loved rap. When I was a kid, all the rappers were tough, you know, but now they're not tough anymore, which is sad for me. Like, now they'll shill for anything, like they'll sell anything, like rolling down the street, sipping on gin and juice. It would be like rolling down the street, sipping on Martinelli's juice. Get a bottle. Or, like, they would sell candy bars, like, bitches ain't shit but hoes and twigs. I still like rap. I like the idea of rap videos. I like when they use champagne bottles to simulate ejaculation. That's a fun one for me. Like, I love that idea, but I would love to see it from like the female perspective. Like, I would love Nicki Minaj's next video to feature that heavily. Like, Nicki Minaj starts the song, starts walking over to a bottle, starts singing, then comes over and touches the bottle, and the champagne bottle explodes. And then she spends the rest of the song, the rest of the video, explaining to the bottle that it happens to all bottles. And it does. It happens to everyone, right? There's another thing. The N-word is weird because supposedly it's weird. It's a weird word because it's offensive. I can't say it. But supposedly it's less offensive if you end it with an A rather than an ER. Right? I wish that was true of other words in the English language. You know? Like, that'd be amazing. Like, I'm sorry, Mr. Reed. You have cancer. Versus, I'm sorry, Mr. Reed. You have cancer. It's still going to ravage your internal organs. This is more sensitive. Last week, I was getting coffee, and while I was getting coffee, right before the barista handed me my cup, she said, "My friend just got stabbed 6 times today," which was not. Like, I wasn't ready when I was going into that transaction for the emotional component. So I wanted to take a second, so I took a sip of coffee, think it out. It was really bad coffee. So I was like, well, this coffee is pretty shitty. So I guess we're all suffering. It's just as bad as getting stabbed. And I guess I'll leave you guys with this. It's a character I do. It's Irony Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a boxer whose nickname was Iron Mike Tyson.
No.
Yeah. It's true. So I'll just do one of his sayings. Irony Mike Tyson. I got the most famous for biting a guy's ear off. But all I wanted was someone to listen. Thank you very much.